Okay, so good morning to everybody. Thank you for being patient as I got set up for this morning. Welcome to another Engineering the Markets. My name is Jared, so it is November 11th, 2021. Thank you, and for those who have served, happy Veterans Day. Welcome to another Engineering the Markets and reflect on what that means for you, maybe people in your family who have served, along with honoring those who have participated. So I will be kind of clearing my throat throughout the session. Apologies for that. That's sort of part of the delay. But overall, let's get started and we shall kind of see how far we get. So I will pause for the YouTube audio. Testing audio. But there's not a lot of strength here. So the advantage for the Bulls is trying to basically time some lows and then see if it can recover. I would just watch the entire EV space though, because a lot of focus was placed on this ticker and it didn't necessarily outperform on the session. So I think the revaluation of it during the first day of IPO is often critical. And now we have a full day's worth of data to just monitor. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna just look at tickers, Michael, but I mean, NVIDIA moves in pretty drastic waves, wave up, wave down, wave ups. We were in a bit of a widening channel. We breached that. We got extended. That's often when you're looking at how far extended do we get, you know, looking at sort of the standard deviation channels, some sort of Bollinger Band, just an indicator of how far outside the norm we got. And when it comes to this high, this is going to be challenging for NVIDIA to beat. You know, it may take some time just to consolidate these gains. And then from there, I'd be looking at the channel high. Like there's nothing wrong from a technical sense coming back to the breakout zone, and NVIDIA broke from a channel. So if that plays out, NVIDIA can pull back to like the 570s, or sorry, the 270s. And that would be just a back test. So, all right, so that's NVIDIA. Got a few more minutes. Like BABA on the daily. I kind of do too. Let me look at do the 1 hour. So there's a bit of a head and shoulders here. You know, lack of follow through on the trend, breakdown of the swing high pattern, lower high set, breakdown, but no follow through. So that's kind of an anomaly. If this was going to really fall apart, I expected it to be maybe a bit more drastic. And what we're seeing right now is it's recovering the right shoulder. So BABA might not be ready for momentum, but with what I'm seeing, we have a possible false breakdown from a previous range. And, you know, what that looks like on the daily is just maybe a little bit of a slow grind back to these highs if it does want to curl. And if it doesn't, then the head and shoulders will continue to play out. And that would be probably targeting the gap fill. BABA has earnings coming up, so that's kind of why it's a wrench in that thesis. But intraday's perspective, I know it's gapping up today. You might have a little bit of a slow grind higher, at least to the sell-off point of the shoulder, something like up here. So you need to see it bullish though, like see if it can hold VWAP on the morning session. Jim, I just use the volume profile default. It does skew things depending on the time frame that I use. This one's actually really skewed, but most of the time it just kind of looks like this. And I'm often using like shorter time frames, so it's enough information for me to digest as a short-term trader. You know, past 10 days, advantage bulls was down in these ranges. Advantage bears is going to be about 170. 170 is going to be a shelf of inventory that the bulls have to get through. So it makes sense to be a short at 170-ish as we climb. But as you can see, there's a pocket here too. There's low volume here. So if the bulls want to move higher, they don't have resistance until 169, 170. So that's another reason why I like BABA's chart. mRNA, bit of a no touch right now, in my opinion. We're not getting follow through from the bullish possible capitulation, and we're a bit range bound. So, I mean, you can play these moves. There's a lot of volatility here, but I don't really see like a daily bias yet. The thesis is that mRNA might have bottomed, but that doesn't mean it's going to go up. And that was the idea behind like a very conservative bullish strategy, like selling put spreads or something like that for mRNA. Lucid. Probably just tracking with the EVs. Tesla bounced, Lucid bounced. Tesla's weaker, or sorry, Lucid is a bit weaker. Tesla did not lose its daily morning low. Lucid did. Tesla bounced. Lucid is not recovering in the same way as Tesla. So right now, Lucid is a laggard, which means weakness in Tesla might offer Lucid to break supports, to break lows for the time being. That needs to change on the intraday time frame. Okay, I think we're all set. Y'all are giving me too many tickers. I can't hit them all, so apologies. But we'll probably look at a few of these in the pre-market prep. Hopefully Carlos got his side resolved, but if not, I can go through a few more if you need some time. So Carlos, maybe give me a thumbs up if you're set. Otherwise, I can keep the chat room happy. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to try to see if I even have any more time on the mic. We're live on YouTube, but need another 5. Okay, looks like we're good. So I'll go ahead and call it here. I'll shift over to pre-market prep. Apologies for the issues with YouTube. And we'll get into sort of our main discussion for today, starting shortly. So thank you, everybody. We'll talk more next week. Have a good weekend and trade safe.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope you're having a busy morning. Hope you had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Noam. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, brother. I don't know if it's me, but your audio level is way low.
All right. Hold on. Let me check that here.
So let's check and see what the people in the room say. Yeah, everybody says it's low.
Slow. Okay.
There you
How
go.
about
Much
now?
better
A
there.
little better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. If it's
Matter of
too
fact, it
loud,
might even be a little bit high right now.
yeah, I was gonna say if it's too loud, let me know. I'll turn it down a little bit. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Let's take a look at what we have on our gappers list this morning. Give me a second here. Here it is. Capping up today, we got a couple of things on here, guys. Actually, not bad. A couple of names that we've seen in the past. Plenty of stuff on here. Just look at this list. Some good names more towards the bottom, between gapping up 3 to 5%. We see some good ones there. NVIDIA, Tesla, all that fun stuff. NEO. Again, the list here is just massive. So not a whole lot in the red this morning. We'll start there first. We're gonna skip over the stuff from yesterday because I didn't really trade. It was my son's birthday, so I spent time with him all day yesterday. So we'll skip that. But let's get to our gappers list, gapping down. But before we do that, Norm, any news or anything on the SPY for today?
Well, Jared just went through a lot of it, so I'll leave that where it is. But no data today. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there, and thank you for your service.
Yep, absolutely, guys. Happy Veterans Day. Okay, cool. Let's get into this. Starting here with our gap down list this morning, we have BHG. Let's start there first because on our gap up list, we have a ton. So let's get rid of what's gapping down first. Right now, this gap down list, BHG, not looking great, guys. They're down 18.6. I don't like this stock. It just seems to trade very light on volume. Pre-market activity looks awful to me. So again, we'll skip on it. I guarantee you today, on a day like today, the last couple of days, we will find stuff that are trading better than this here. BYND, guys, beyond the meat.
Beyond the meat.
Let's see what we got going on here. BYND. Gapping down 18%. Man, 1 million shares traded. This stuff is definitely in play today. Let's
Fake
go
meat
ahead
be in play. Yeah, they had earnings last night.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah. I'm sure Norm, you kind of agree with that.
Yeah,
So-
well, I think their product's no bueno, but everybody knows that already. So I'm not going to work on getting myself canceled today.
Yes. BYND here, guys, down again 20%, just getting crushed, and it has not been too pretty for them the last couple of weeks. As you can see here, been a nice downtrend, and we're taking a bit of a nice drop here. Pre-market looks good. The issue with BYND, sometimes it can be a little bit tough to trade. Hopefully that's not the case this morning. Let's move this over. What is this one? GRWG. I believe we've seen this before, and it's not a good one. Let me see if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is horrible. Look at this pre-market action. Look at what's happening here as far as volume, down 9.5. We'll find something better. And RXT, low flow of the day yesterday. And RXT, this one this morning, the fun was yesterday here, popped up to 1250, slammed back down. Today could just be messy. It could just close this gap here. We do not have shares for sure. I don't like it today for a low flow. I think the fun was yesterday in the pre-market at the market open when this thing took off. So heading on down, we have AGC on our list. AGC, no, this is pretty bad as well. I don't like that one. Disney is down today. What's going on with Disney? Down 5.6.
Earnings, and a lot of their growth recently has been on their streaming stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're seeing a slowdown there amongst other issues.
All right. Disney's good, guys. Has great volume, down 5.6 this morning. I'm going to add that to our list. We'll put Disney right on here. So that is good. We have Space. We haven't looked at Space in some time here. SPCE. They are down 4.5 right now, 516,000 shares traded. Looks interesting. Looks interesting. Let's keep it on here. We'll come back to it. Getting slammed again this morning. So we'll see what Space is doing there. All right, guys, on our gap up list, we have a ton. I'm only going to do the top 5, maybe 6. And then we have some really good names towards the bottom here. So again, we'll work our way through this, and we're not going to go through everything here, obviously. Starting with the first one, leading the way here, FOSL. This is up 33%. Volume on this is 406, but man, I definitely seen better trading stocks than this one. I mean, this is just, sure. This is not. This does not represent the stuff that's on the gap list today. So let's hope not. A-Firm is not going to get any better. Wow, look at A-Firm yesterday, guys. Big drop. I know it gapped down. Did not know about this nice sell-off, and now we're gapping up 25%. Earnings last night, yeah. This is the thing with playing, like you say, you preach this all the time. Playing the stock before earnings could be dangerous, right? Here, look at the move, 135. Now we're up $30 today. It's just insane. I'm not a big fan of this one. The way it trades, intraday trades, definitely in play, guys. I'll put it as a possible here next to BYND. But I'm just, for me personally, it's not a stock that I like to keep on deck. Here is Open this morning, and if we take a look at Open today, they are up 20%. Again, pre-market looks wacky. Daily looks horrible as well. Possible continuation here. The last 4 days, all red. You got this one green day here trying to come up, but again, just it doesn't look clean. It does not look clean. Possible. I'm hoping that's not going to stay there. All right, SoFi this morning. Let's take a look here. SoFi today, they are up. You know, this one looks interesting. The daily looks very interesting. Nice gap up this morning after 2 red days. Yeah, this looks interesting. Let's put SoFi right on here. We'll see what happens there. And then we have PPSI low flow, which was very active a couple of days ago. Today, they seem to trying to get going here. 2.4 million. No, what's your thoughts on this one?
I mean, if you like to trade low floats, I think it could be interesting. It's going right now. It's not showing a ton of strength. We'll see if it gets going again. Obviously, it was earlier.
Yeah.
About 45 minutes ago, I took a couple of trades off that bounce off the, what was that previous day? What's that level we got right there at 70, 60-ish? Yesterday's high. So it bounced off that, nicely held. So took one. I'm already out of that. Just a little scalp. But yeah, it could be. If it gets going, it could be. We'll see. It's on SSR. Yeah. These can be hard to trade on SSR to the short side, especially these low floats. I'm always a little concerned about taking them short and getting squeezed. So
yeah, very careful in it, trading this stuff short. PPSI definitely in play, guys. 2.5 million low flow of the day so far. All right, guys, let's stop here. Again, we have a ton. Norm, anything outside of what we discussed that you like this morning?
I'm still looking, brother. Still looking. There's plenty out there today. Lucid looks good. Did we go over that? Did you go over that?
No, I did not. Let's take a look here. Lucid this morning, they are up 5%, 1.4 million shares traded. Yeah, this looks good. Let's remove some of these levels here because it's a little congested. As you can see there, we'll put Lucid back on here. LCID, very good, 1.4 million, up 5%. That looks nice. Great pre-market action, guys. Got the volume, and we've seen this trade so well at the market open. All right, let's take it to the room here. Let's go over to our chat and see what we have going on. So we'll start here with Mark. Mark actually not giving us a ticker here. So anybody else here? Hamish, Hamish. I always mess that up. Hamish. PSFE. So Hamish, PFSE here. This is down 30%. 8 million shares traded. Man, this is what's the float on this?
Somebody screwed up.
Somebody's getting fired. PSFE. This is 340 million shares float. So it's a large float, although it's a lower price. This is it. You know what it is? It might just be too extended by the time we get to it. But yeah, something's definitely going on here. Definitely in play. We'll put it on here. Maybe we won't keep it there once you get to the bigger names that can trade a little bit better. But this one is looking good. DIDI. No, I don't like this one, Hamish. This is the one that that could be tricky. So I'm going to skip on that one. Say it again. DD. Yeah, I don't like DD this morning. All right, heading down, what do we have here? Let's take a look at Oxy. Marcus, what's going on with Oxy today? They're light on volume. And I know this stock can trade like this in the pre-market and still do very well. I don't like it right now. I think it's a little light on volume compared to what we might have on deck. So I'm going to skip on this one for now. Daily does look interesting. I see what you're looking at here. Possible breakdown of 32. That could be very nice there. We'll see where it goes. But for right now, I think I'm going to skip on this one at the moment. But yeah, I agree with you. The daily does look good on there. Fabio, you're giving us a few. I'm only going to take your first two. Give an opportunity for others as well. Here's Baba. This morning, I haven't looked at Bob in some time, and the daily shows it why. It hasn't been doing what it was doing before, where it was very nice. Right in all these days here, you had a couple of really nice breakouts and pumps and drops. This was nice. We have not seen that lately from Baba. This morning they're up 1.7. Again, could be interesting for a bounce play here off of 165. It's okay. I'm only saying that because I'm hoping there's others that are looking a lot better. Billy this morning, interesting daily as well. Popped up here 3.6. The volume is just not there though. only 30,000. I want to see more volume on down if that's going to get going. Jem, let's take a look at Hut. And Hut, is it a mining? I think it's
Yes.
mining, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Out of all of
Let's
them,
let's be clear. They're not mining for coal. It's Bitcoin.
yeah, mining for Bitcoin. Yeah, it's true. Very true. We got to be clear on this. Out of all of them, this is probably not the one that's my favorite. I like Mara or Riot, if we're looking at that type of mining stuff. And they don't look great today. They had a good day the last 2 days. When I say good, I'm talking about price action movement and pre-market, not actual dates, because you can see here they're dropping, not doing very good there. I'm not sure. Maybe a Mara as a possible, just to keep an eye on that space. And actually, we don't even need to do that. We can just watch Bitcoin. And if we see this moving aggressively, we can take advantage of that, right? So right now, just coming back down a little bit. If we see this kind of taking off, we can look at our favorite ones to kind of take advantage of that. Lucid, we have on deck. Thank you, Chuck. Michael, you're giving us ride this morning. They are 15.3. Volume is great.
A lot of these charts, I meant to mention it earlier when I was talking about when I wished everybody a happy Veterans Day. Bond markets are closed today. It's a bank holiday, I believe. Bond markets are closed. Whenever that happens, there tends to be a little bit less volume in the market, and it's not things aren't quite as robust, let's say. So we might have some things with some gaps, and you just have to be patient to find what moves.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, because you noticed yesterday how great things look, and today we got a huge gap up list, but the pre-market action has not been great so far of what we looked at. Joe, you're giving us RIVN, and RIVN. Oh, this is the IPO much anticipated.
Yeah,
yesterday.
Rivian. Jared spoke about this a little bit earlier. I think this is going to be a good trader as we move forward. It's quite gappy at the moment. It's spready. It has been when I've been watching it, and it can make some pretty quick moves. But I think once this thing settles out, I think it would probably be a pretty decent trader.
Yeah. Yesterday popped up pretty nice here in the morning. This sell off, and now we're gapping out. That could be a good sign. Volume is definitely there. The float on this, you know what? Doesn't really matter.
It's not gonna show up. I don't think, because it's a new IPO. But I believe. Don't hold me to this. I believe they issued 180 million shares.
Okay. I was going to say, not that it doesn't matter, but right now it's still a very risky stock anyways. Look at where this thing is moving. Yeah. So I am going to put it down here next to PPSI, regardless what that is, because we got to be careful on that one, guys. That can move a lot. All right, what else we have, guys? Heading down here. So Rivian, we do have. Next, we have CGen. CGen, I believe we looked at this before and it wasn't great, but let's take a look here. Up 13.7, 3.9. Yeah, I don't know, something about this stock. It doesn't get any volume. Today they're doing 4 million, which is more than they do on a regular basis, almost double or more here. I'm not sure about this one, guys. I think we can find something better on this. VALE this morning. No, I'm not a fan of that. Neither. Very choppy daily. NVIDIA. Yes, NVIDIA does look interesting for a possible pop here. Last 2 days kind of sold off a little bit, but again, it's been so extended, right? I won't be surprised if, depending how the market opens up today, and as we said, the volume, that NVIDIA could trade well today again. NVIDIA, yep, we have that. That's good.
Mark made a good point on Rivian too. Mark made a good point on Rivian as well that I wanted to point out, because it might play into the price and how this stock comes out. So if you pre-ordered a Rivian, if you put $1,000 deposit down, they've been taking them for a while. That gave you the ability to get in on the IPO, and you were allowed to buy up to, I believe, like $12,500 worth of stock in the IPO, like the actual IPO, not in the open market. So you might have some of these people tying up some shares, because my thought is these are in a way, these are early adopters to a degree. They're probably not broke people. They probably have portfolios and such that, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if somebody was if they wanted to be involved, if they put down $1,000 deposit just to get their hands on some shares of it, if they're really a believer in the company. So
right,
just a thought that might affect how it trades.
agree 100% with that, guys. So just be aware of that also. We'll see. We'll see where it goes today. Again, very, very big day yesterday for them opening up. Let's see how they do today. It's going to be interesting to see if they're going to get a continuation here. Okay. Yep. I think we're all set, guys. Let me see. Anybody else I missed here? IonQ. IonQ. I mean, this thing is.
Is this the new B big?
I think it is. I think it is. On our gappers list all the time. It's up here today with 8.1. And it just doesn't look any better than it did yesterday. It might have been a good day. Again, I didn't watch it yesterday, but look at the drop here. That might have been nice. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I think we can find better stuff this morning. All right, guys, let's stop here. I'm going to take over a few from YouTube before we keep going. Let's start over with PSFE. We do have, so that's right. We put that on there already. Yes, we do. That's good. CGen. Yeah, I looked at CGen. I am not a big fan of it. I know we have some volume here, up 13%. I know we have 4 million shares traded. I don't like this here. We got this one pop, and we're just moving sideways here. It's got potential, but I'm just not a big fan of it. And then I look at the daily, and it gives me no hope of this thing trading well. So that's just my take on it. I could be completely wrong, but I'm gonna put my my luck somewhere else if that's the case. Here's X. X this morning is a 2.5, 175,000. I don't see anything overly exciting on this one. We need more volume. We need more movement out of this one. We know it can trade very well. Today does not seem to be the day. Let's look at Becky. Becky was active yesterday. Pre-market action is not great. The dailies are nice here. You kind of got a nice little pop going the last couple of days. Outside of that, I'm just not seeing anything overly exciting on the pre-market this morning. Yesterday, let's see how it did. Just to go back here, yesterday had a nice little breakout here. After it was messy, had a nice little breakout. Again, without seeing the price action, I'm not sure how clean that was. Neo, let's see what's going on with Neo. It's got some volume. It's up 2.8. A lot of stuff is up, roughly 2.8 because just of all the selling off that I'm seeing that happened yesterday here. So things are just giving a little bit of a bounce, not necessarily in play. This one doesn't have in play volume, right? 456,000 is not in play volume for Neo. We know how well they can trade, how much volume they can get. And we have a couple like these that are just not looking all that great. Harry coming in with the $5 bomb. Thank you so much, my friend. Did you all talk about BYND, poking the beast? Yes, we actually did. We did look at BYND this morning. They are down, and it's on my list. Definitely on my list, right on
Harry
here.
was supposed to not even be here today. I think he was going fishing. But he decided to hop in just because we were talking about Beyond. He saw Beyond the Meat on the Gappers list this morning and wanted to hear me bitch about it. Harry's a good guy.
Is he on the phone like from the boat or something? Like what's going on, Harry?
Don't drop your phone.
What are you doing?
There you go.
When you're looking for this here,
that is not pea protein, my friend.
You donate $5 to the charity of the month, and we will bring up this picture anytime you want, Harry. Just let us know. Harry, thank you so much for the continued support. As you guys know, every single super chat donation that we get through YouTube is matched dollar for dollar by Andrew and given to the charity of the month. This month is Alzheimer's, which affects a lot of.
Yeah, this one's poking the bear over here for sure. This one's poking the bear over here. Beyond the Meat tastes like feet. That is somebody put that in the chat.
Yeah.
No, Jebby, that is not Pecan Lodge. That is a place called Smoke Sessions, east of Dallas in Royce City. Very excellent food if you're ever around in the area.
Definitely gotta visit south eventually. Get down there and enjoy some of that Texan food. BYND, guys, it's in play. Today actually looks good. Going through our list, this actually looks like a good one to have on deck. You guys know how wild this can be. The drop is big here, 16%. It might be overextended. So just be careful. Don't have a short bias on this. Wait to see what the price action is going to give you at the market open. Over on YouTube, you guys are giving us A-Firm. We did look at that. I put it on a secondary list. They look okay. The only reason I have it there is because they tend to trade a little funky at times. So you got to be careful. BMBL. Big drop here, 14%, 112,000 volume. I'm always concerned when I see such light volume and such a big drop like this, right? That could change at the market open, guys, of course. But I mean, you're dropping from 45-ish down to $40. $5 drops with 112,000 shares. That is no good, guys. No good.
They had earnings last night. I think people stopped dating.
Yeah. So this is the dating Bumble app commercials that we see. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, no good for them. They're getting hurt here. So no love for Bumble, guys. And again, unless we can get some serious volume in here, this is one you don't want to touch. It just won't be good for what we're trying to do here. All right, guys, let's stop here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our community events and announcements. We'll come back and fine tune this list. It is definitely not a blockbuster list this morning. So that just requires us to be a little bit more patient. We had some really good days, so let's not force anything as I get our announcements up here. Here we go. Where is my buttons are not working today.
Some
So,
people are asking if
yeah.
there's any effect on trading hours today for stocks, equities due to the Veterans Day holiday, and the answer to that is no. It is normal 9:30 to 4 trading.
Yeah, the only thing that, like as you mentioned, Norm, is just the volume. The volume might
The
be a little
volume, there
funky.
won't be
Yep.
quite, there usually won't be quite as much volume in the market when the bond market's closed like that. All right. Let's see. What is today? Today is Thursday. So Mike's webinar is posted. In the next week, Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern special time, is going to be Eamon talking about how he trend trades. Creda's webinar from last night should be posted soon if it's not already. That was on building $1 million mindset. And then Nada next week will be talking about mindfulness improves the conversations you have with yourself. All right. As Carlos mentioned, all the super chat and super sticker revenue is going to be donated to Fisher Center Alzheimer's Research Foundation. That's going to be matched dollar for dollar by Andrew and donated to that at the end of the month. And this is the last week we're going to be doing trade of the day for a while. So if you want to participate, take your best trade, add as much commentary as you can, post it on Twitter, tagging at Bearable Traders, at MikeB_BBT, and at NormBBT. Also use the hashtags BBT Family. Day trading and stock market will announce the winner every afternoon, and then all the trades of the day are voted on by the team over the weekend and announced on Monday. If you are watching on YouTube and haven't been in the chat, you'd like to try it out, you can do so with no obligation. Just go to the website, bearbulltraders.com, scroll down about halfway down the page. You'll see that test drive now button. You can click that, fill in the info, use the promo code premarket24. It'll get you a discount. It'll bill you one time. It does not recur. It'll give you 7 calendar days in the community, 5 trading days in the chat room, and then it just cancels and you have to go choose to be either a monthly or annual member after that if you'd like to continue. Speaking of annual memberships, you can get the annual elite membership. We have our Black Friday promo going on. Use the promo code Black Friday 45. That'll get you 45% off and 1 month of free DAS simulators included in that as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Norm.
And just a couple of other notes, guys. Don't forget, can you pull up stocktradingsimulator.com?
Yes, I can.
This is especially for the newer people that especially that don't have DAS or anything like that and don't want to spend the $150 a month on DAS to try to mess around and trade in sim. We have created our own DAS, our own simulator, replay simulator. So this doesn't trade in real time. You can go back and you can pick what ticker, what day, and such that you want to trade, and you can use this simulator with real market data. So it's been a lot of months and frankly a lot of bucks trying to get this thing developed for our community to be able to use it. And yeah, go ahead and hit the. Can you get it to play so they can see the action on it?
Yeah, where's the? Oh, yeah, down here. Hold on, let's go. Actually, that's 9:30. Perfect. Market open.
Let's
play that.
Go. Hit the play button.
There it is.
Loading data. Give it just a second.
I picked AMD. Let's see here, right before the market open. This looks very nice, guys. And you can take trades as well. You can buy, sell here, so you can actually see that happening. Might be a lot slower on my machine because I'm streaming to you guys. So just keep that in mind. Actually, let's move forward. Let's look at 9:37.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of
It's gonna
time. Our
take a
watch
second.
list is not crazy, and we're done
It's
pretty
not
early. So
huge, yeah. Maybe we'll get some better things while we sit here and mess with this.
yeah, excellent, excellent. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a big fan of what I see on the gappers list right now, guys. Over on
You
YouTube,
can
as we,
all.
yeah, go ahead.
Yo, go ahead, man.
Yeah, over on YouTube, as you know, as you guys know, that thumbs up really helps us out a whole lot. We like to be between 250, 300, and better helps us a ton. So if you haven't done so already, please do that. It means a lot to us over here.
Just threw up the link. It's stocktradingsimulator.com. I put it on YouTube. I mean, you don't have to sign up for anything. Now, if you go on there, it'll ask you for your email, because another thing we're doing with this to try to help people out is Eamon and Simon are coming up with essentially kind of like homework assignments that they'll email out a few times a week to the people that sign up. If you see the envelope at the bottom right of the page there, you can sign up to be on the list, and they'll say, go trade AMD on such and such day at such and such time, So
Yeah,
that's yeah. You can change the speed down there at the bottom, Carlos. It'll speed it up.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, guys, take advantage. Just took an order there. I'm up 40, 50 bucks, 20 bucks. Very nice. All right,
There
guys,
you
take
go.
advantage of
There's
that.
lunch money.
Pretty,
Go buy
pretty
some
nice
Beyond the
tool.
Meat. They need it. They need your support. Oh, you just lost your fake meat.
See, once you said I was going to buy meat with this thing decided to go south. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's look at our watch list this morning. Let's go ahead and switch this over here. Perfect. All right, starting with our main list this morning. Disney is on here. Let's make sure we are completely live on what's happening now. There we go. So here's Disney, guys. Big drop for them. I like what I'm seeing there. Space, it is, it's right, momentum right now is kind of just lost everything. Just stopped here at this 1934. Has not really been doing anything. We'll have to see. SoFi is okay. I like the daily on this one for a possible breakout, so we'll keep that one on deck. Here's Lucid. Lucid looks good, man. Out of all of them, I think Lucid might be one of the better ones that I have on my list this morning. So I'm going to keep that one on there. PSFE, beautiful drop here. Great pre-market action. Hopefully it's not too extended, and we can take advantage of that in the market open. And NVIDIA. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6, but really, SoFi, there's some here that you can really take off, right? Secondary list, BYND is in play today for sure. A-Firm, these two are definitely in play, guys. They got great volume, good movement in the pre-market. I'm just concerned with the way they trade overall, right? So their price action could be a little bit funky. BABA, good possible. Mara's not doing much right now, but Bitcoin has been very, very active. We have both of these down here just in case something gets going there. Let's do levels, and then we'll go and fine-tune this a little bit more, seeing how things are going. Yeah, we looked at Baba, right? Yeah. Brandy Soda over on YouTube. Yeah, we have Baba here. Baba is, has an opportunity. We'll come back to it. We'll look at it again. There is some potential there for that thing to get going. All right, here it is. Disney, guys. Love the pre-market on Disney. 163.31. The high of the pre-market all the way up at 166.55. So we'll throw a level there. Then above that, we do have 168.62. Nice area of support there that cannot become resistance. And then right up here, you got another spot as well. You can see many days just opening, closing right around this area as well. This 170. So you kind of have this little ping pong action happening here. Very, very two strong levels there on the daily towards the top side. Towards the bottom, that's where it seems this thing wants to keep going to. Next level below the low of the pre-market, very good one right here, all the way down to 160.41 is the most recent level I have towards the bottom. We have not been down here in quite some time, guys. And then after that level, we have this big drop down. This was back last year, December, December time frame. So right over here, guys, the next level will be 156. So we'll see. They lost a lot of ground today in the last couple of weeks. Let's see how that is going to play out. That is Disney, guys. Space, I'm not liking what I'm seeing on Space. I think this is more of a possible. I'd rather watch BYND, to be honest. I'd rather watch BYND. So I'm going to move Space down. It just looks like it's going to be very choppy. I'm not a fan of it. I'm going to move that one down, guys. Let's look at SoFi instead. And this one here, we have up 16%. I'm going to go ahead and mark the high of the pre-market there. I'm sorry, 24.25 is the high of the pre-market. The low of the pre-market right under 23 at 22.96. So we'll throw 2 levels there. Price action right now, it's okay, it's decent. I like this for a possible breakout, right? The daily is kind of showing us a nice little breakout here. I'm sure some people probably stuck in here if they went short thinking this thing was going to drop. You know, you just got a kill today with this thing popping up above the most recent high. So we'll see if that can create some kind of short squeeze. Who knows? I'm not sure what the short interest thing is on this. But yeah, let's keep it on there. Above this 25, this 24.25, we have and look at that area too, this 24.25, the high of the pre-market, you know, coincides with this area of, you know, got a double top here, area of resistance. Towards the top above this, you do have 25.69. We also have 26.89 and all the way up here. Again, I don't think that's going to happen so easily today. If you guys remember, this was in February where things were just going crazy. A lot of stocks making huge jumps during that meme a couple of weeks there. I don't know if that's in it, especially for a day like today. So we'll have to be patient with that one. Here's Lucid, guys. Probably one of the better stocks that can be very, very active this morning for us. High of the pre-market at 43.37. Right now where the price action is at, I want to mark this down too, this to 43, because it is a whole dollar. You are seeing a little bit of resistance happening here in the pre-market. So let's mark that down. You can also, if you take a look at the daily, that there seems to be you know, a couple of touches on there as well. So let's keep that on. See right there's the price action. You got the low of this day right on there. So let's see. Let's keep that right on to see what happens. Towards the bottom, guys, highs and lows from the last 2 trading days are doing an amazing job taking care of you there, even covering the low of the pre-market area. You are all set when it comes to Lucid. Love this daily. Just look at the range this thing has and how well it has broken out on these beautiful ABCD patterns. Can we continue that today? We're up 5.5. The volume is there. We just need the momentum to get going. Wow. PSFE continues to just drop here. Now we are down to 495 is the low of the pre-market. So huge drop for them, guys. Not a low flow stock, lower price, but their flow is like is pretty high there. So right now, let's take a look at their daily towards the top. I mean, you have the highs and lows all the way up here above 7, between 7.50 and $8. So that is there for you. Most recent low over at 6.89. But this thing is just heading south right now. Let's go see. Have we been down here? Oh man, this, wow, you do not want to be holding this as an IPO now. Oh man, look at this. Opened up at 14 just right before summer. And actually, no, even before that, it's May. Yeah, so look at this drop. Has not seen any sign of strength since this thing opened up. The minute it opened up, guys, it's just been hell for people that got into the stock. So not looking good right now, guys. Dropping here, and that's your all-time low there. So no levels as far as the daily. Nvidia looks very good for a possible breakout. I love this daily here. Like what I'm seeing at the moment. Kind of stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. I don't think you need to add any more levels. You can add this 305, 304.79 level. We're struggling a little bit here to get above that. Outside of that, you got plenty towards the top. Your all-time highs up here, also around 325. You're all set. Nvidia, even at this price range, even with the moves it has made, it's been trading very well in the intraday. So it's been a good one to really watch and keep an eye on. All right, a quick look at our secondary list. I moved space down, guys. This thing looks horrible. I mean, it just looks really bad. BYD actually looks much better this morning, especially have earnings. High of the pre-market, 79.50. The low of this one is 75.10. Huge gap down. We can go here to the left and see action around that price. Target was around last year, March, April timeframe looks like. So we have a couple of levels here on the daily. We have 88.10. Our highs of the low and the high and low of the pre-market, you can see some support on there as well and during this stretch a couple of days there. Outside of that, you have another window here, 67.20. And all the way down here, guys, obviously 58.12. So let's see where this thing wants to go. A couple of spots there on the day that we can keep an eye on. So BYD is good. I might move this one up depending how things go here. A-Firm, we have it on here. Definitely in play. I just don't like the way it trades in the intraday. I don't like the price action. Open, I'm going to remove this. I mean, this daily, it just looks so bad. Let's get rid of this. All right, getting rid of that. Here's Baba. Baba's looking interesting. Possible breakout here towards that 174.36. So I am going to move Baba up. And we had some fun with Baba a couple of weeks back, right? This thing was trading so well during this stretch here. I remember the Chinese government just kept coming up with just constantly negative news that affected all these Chinese stocks, and then it just started ripping nicely. And if you look at these days, they were pretty good pre-market activity and continuation. So it was real nice. It was real nice on Baba. Right now, looking pretty good. Right now, 618,000. We got some levels towards the top here that still look good. 174, 179, and 182. Yeah, they're still pretty good there. I'm gonna mark down not the high of the pre-market, but a little bit above this 169.44 because that's the next area of resistance that I see coming up on this stock. So right now it's pushing nicely. Let's see if we can get to that 169.44 there. Towards the bottom, guys, plenty of levels. You don't have to do anything. You got a lot of support there from the last two trading days. And we do have our recent IPO from yesterday here, which looks to head towards the top here. It is up 8.6, 2.4. And we have our possible low flow of the day looking real good now, guys. Looking real good. Was a little suspect a little bit earlier, but now this is looking real good. You got the volume, you got the pop for a possible retest of some of these recent highs. I'm going to mark down here 1042. This thing went up to 12. Looks like, yeah, 1241. So looking very good this morning. Let's see if it has some more juice left here. This is why we always talk about the second day is tough. And look at that. It wasn't great. Even the third day wasn't great. But now you're finding support here. You're holding. You didn't drop all the way down to where you came from. That is a good sign for low flow. Let's see if that can actually turn into something. All right, guys, let's take a look at our moderators lineup. Let's see what we have going on here. As I am doing this and making changes, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button, guys. It does help us out a whole lot. Thank you so much for that. So let's go over here. Let's stop that video so you guys don't get no kind of crazy a mirror effect there. So bring this over here. I think that should work. Let's see. Can we do this? No, that's the garbage. That's the garbage thing there. Oh, here we go. Let's do that. Okay, perfect. You should be able to see this. And here we have IPOs for today coming out. A bunch. You can see them all right on there. Peter's watch list: AMD, Lucid, Rivian this morning, RIVN. We have secondary list: Disney, PSFE, PPSI. Low flow of the day so far, looking really good, guys. Up 25%. And we have SoFi for Peter. Dima is looking at AMD, SoFi, Open, and RAI. Tiffany likes NVIDIA, Lucid, Disney, Tesla, and Affirm. And that is all I have from our moderators right now and at the moment. So we'll wait for the moderators to kind of bring up more lists there. But for the moment, that is what we have right now, guys. So, all right, not a crazy list like we had yesterday. Yesterday was a whole lot better. That is for sure. Today a little bit more quieter, which is okay. We just got to be a little bit more patient this morning. So yeah, rustic elegance. Yeah, I agree. On ride, no, I'm sorry, not rustic. Ben, I agree with space. It's just space style. It doesn't look good. And then ride. Yeah, I looked at this earlier. It doesn't look great compared to everything else we have on our list. So that does not look great. All right, guys, Brian is up next, trading live. I believe Jared or maybe Peter might be joining him. Not sure who's going to be joining him. We know Andrew's traveling, and currently where he's at, there is no electricity, let alone internet connection. So safe travels to him. Brian is up next with another moderator as well, and we will see you guys over on YouTube tomorrow to end the week, Friday. Tomorrow will be at 8:30. We might start at 8 a.m. Let's see, maybe we'll start at 8 a.m., but it won't be Jared, so I know you guys will miss him as Jared takes off on Fridays, and he probably needs some much needed rest as well, but he might be on later in the afternoon at around 11 or so for cryptocurrency, so definitely catch him there. All right, guys, so we are all set. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, there's Brian with his list. Brian is looking at let's take a look here. He's looking at Rivian, NVIDIA, Affirm, Bumble, and PPSI. Yeah, Bumble. Didn't we put that on there? Oh, yeah, the volume is scary on this one. You just got to be careful with the volume, guys. It needs to get going. Big drop to them for them 17%. Hopefully at the market open. I'm glad Brian is watching it because he'll be calling it out if he sees something great on it. Hopefully at the market open they can get the volume. But right now, man, dropping 256 with that drop like that, that's too light of a volume. Got to be very, very, very careful. All right, with that said, guys, thank you so much over on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't done so already. We will see you tomorrow morning. Take care, trade safe, and have a good one today. And for those veterans, happy Veterans Day as well. Make sure you enjoy yourself. Had a nice cold beer and a burger, but hopefully not from BYND. So take care, guys. Stay safe.